Our program is designed to put a safe environment in place for children whose parents don't have a high amount of money. We have like 3 daycares in Alton, but they all have a high tuition rate, and it's just some people can't afford it for their children because they have more than one. We thought it'd be a good idea to put a safe environment there for children whose parents don't have the money to send them to daycare.
In our community, poverty is a big issue, and so that's kind of what we decided to focus on as our Mohocola project. It's just a big issue with the economy and stuff. People don't always have enough money to feed their kids.
We've been tackling hunger in our community.
Especially like within the grade schools.
Hunger is a big part of our community, and it's gone up increasingly in the past few years.
We set up a mentoring program after school for kids in elementary school.
Motivation to learn is also a big issue in our area, so tutoring them actually helps them. If we can teach them in more fun ways to do stuff, that helps a lot with their schoolwork.
We help them with their homework, and we teach them educational games and qualities like responsibility and respect for others.
We have a sheltered workshop in our town where people that don't that have disabilities work there, and so they don't get paid a lot, you know. So we decided that we wanted to help out with that, and so we packed personal hygiene items.
Because when they get their money, they usually buy food, but they forget to buy like laundry detergent or deodorant or mops and stuff. So we bought that for them and donated to them, and they were really excited. And so that started it off. And then we also had hygiene packs that we gave to the Good Samaritan during Christmas for kids.
And this past Christmas, a faith-based organization came and contacted us and said they had a need to help get food for the local Good Samaritan food pantry. And so we partnered with Boy Scouts and faith-based church, and we ended up getting 3,000 items of food, of canned goods and non-perishables for our local Good Samaritan food.
Just recently, we built a sidewalk as a memorial for a man in our community that passed away, and he did a lot with 4-H, and so we built the sidewalk as a memorial.
We started a community garden, and we got together one evening, made raised beds, and we then had a meeting for everybody in the community to go, and we rented them out for $25 each.
It gives them a chance to grow their own produce and use it how they want it. They can either eat it or they can sell it at the farmer's market for extra money.
All of our major test scores have increased by as much as 5 to 10%.
A lot of them have grown out of their shell. They used to be like really, really quiet, not really talk, and they've gotten a lot better at being active. And some of our students that have like learning disabilities, like dyslexia or speech problems, they've learned, their grades went from being like D's and F's up to A's and B's now. And their parents are really happy with it. And the kids, they're super excited that they're one of the smart kids now.
A lot of times people think that teenagers don't do much, but that's not the case whenever they think of us, because like they know that we get out there and do things. They know that we can get things done. So
most of us have had kids actually come up to us and say how they appreciate it and how they like it, and I've had a parent even come up to me and say that they appreciate it because they didn't have to worry about the expenses of going to get food and feeding them over the weekend.
I think a lot of the kids are happier not having to worry about so much stress at home, not being able to eat and wondering if they have that enough to survive on. They just are a little more being kids.
The kids just kind of opened me up. They make me realize that I don't have to be awkward around them like I was before this. As much as I do love little kids, it just opened me up as a person.
I'm in the same boat as her. It's just really helped me open up to everyone, I guess. Helped me come out of my shell a little bit.
They help us learn and grow as people.
As weird as that is, since we're supposed to be helping them, but it's a two-way deal, I guess.
This past fall, we went to a community betterment conference in Jefferson City. We accepted an award. In the youth division, we got first place for our betterment in the community.
We're setting examples. The little kids are seeing us and how we're helping the community, and they're thinking, well, I want to do that when I grow up. And we're also showing the kids at our high school that we can help the community, that we matter, that our voice can be heard.
Our next generation is so adapted to technology. We were planning on buying Kindle Fires for them so they could read ebooks and play educational games. And we were thinking about having them go with us on a field trip one day to our city park and planting a flower garden.
I'm really excited about that. That would be fun for us and the children.
They'll get experience with technology and get experience in horticulture and planting plants, and also in teamwork, because in the flower garden, that's not a one-person job, and it takes everybody to get it done correctly.
It would probably bring them together and want to do more. I'm hoping that they'll go home after that and saying, Mommy, Mommy, we gotta do more stuff for the community.
Now we're starting on helping Head Start kids learn to manage their money so we can maybe help the hunger problem in the future.
We talked to the local banks and they gave us like coloring books and stuff that are about savings, so we're gonna go read them to the Head Start kids, like starting this week after school.
Also gonna try to unify maybe our 4-H groups and church and just all work together to help end poverty and hunger for the future.
We have a greenhouse on the way, Ms. Evans said, that we are putting in the elementary school in the garden they have, so the kids can make food and that can be used in the schools or wherever it's needed.
So they'll feel more involved as well.
So they can realize how important it is to put effort into something and get something out of it. Didn't we talk about giving the adults a class on growing things so that way they can make, instead of having crops die because they don't water them right, having them know how to do it so they get more out of it.
Instead of just saying that's another organization that I don't care about, people actually enjoy us, what we do, and support us.
And the whole community sees what we do, and they a lot of times will ask us to do things that, like even new projects, and it's really nice to see that they have seen that we succeeded in the past.
It's given me something to do that makes me actually feel good about helping, because without this I just kind of be sitting around. So
It's nice to know that the little kids actually know that you're not the big scary teenagers. You're there to help, and they can look up to you and they can go to you for advice.
It gives teenagers the responsibility that they have to have in the future. They learn it early on instead of having to learn it when they're adults.
I think it's made me more able to stand up for the things that I feel strongly about.
It just makes you feel good that you know you helped people.
I just love seeing the smile on their faces.
I think the best part's the interaction and teamwork between the youth and the adults.
I know it's made me want to go out there and make more of a difference.
Once you get started, you want to do more and more.
I'm just glad I can help them.
It definitely gives you a feeling of completion and accomplishment.